Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Rastaman government. Solomon dynasty. Yeah, 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 yo. Oh, oh. Let Jah arise and his enemies be scared. Yeah. Sprushable spy. Boom. RAS INDIO. Fire blaze. Yeah, yeah. Love and 90, the youth them want up in the streets. Big up all of the ghetto youths we struggle in the streets. Ghetto youths are suffer and can't find food to eat and just last year. Me vision's complete. Love and 90, the youths them want up in the streets. Big up all of the real people struggling in the streets. Ghetto youths are suffer and can't find food to eat.
Blessed RAS INDIO, you know, born as David Sintu Obe II, son of the great brother David. Always a pleasure to be here in Belizean to the bone, you know, spreading positive vibes worldwide as always, you know. I am originally born in California, which a lot of people don't know. You know, I was born in Los Angeles, California, to my mother Beulah Hushner. Alright, can't forget the mom, you know. And yeah, my father was always there. You know, it's only natural that I am who I am now in this time, doing the music I do based on my youth, you know. As far as I can go back, I could remember whether it was beating on the desk, you know, or whether it was just in the room falling asleep under the keyboard stand, you know. I have always been a musical oriented youth, you know. My mother, she worked in Los Angeles and she raised me there, you know, and brought me home to Belize at age 6.
Babylon man, if you let up and change up the weather, say they like leather, but like.
Yeah, well, part of the reason we left America and came to Belize was to get closer to the roots and get closer to my father, you know, who was here in Belize at the time. And you know, the first place I ended up at was in Mascal, you know, Mascal area. Them time I could remember, like, you know, just thick bush. And I mean, I was fortunate to see a jaguar one morning as I was going to school at a Lucky Strike. Yeah, Lucky Strike was the name of the school. And up to now, I still know the principal, which is what I love about Belize so much. Up to now, I still know the principal who was the principal of that school from that time. And one morning, I come out of the house and I was waiting for the truck that would take us to school. You know, it's on a highway, you know. So imagine leaving a place like America, you know, at a very young age and seeing all these bright lights and everything I used to have access to, because in America you have access to a lot more than the youths of a village like Mascal, you know. So it was a real, I wouldn't call it rude, but it was a real awakening for me, you know, for me to have to change my entire diet, you know, lifestyle and everything. And to be honest, I believe that's what created who I am also today, because it made me a stronger person. As a person, I really believe in self-respect, you know. If you want people to respect you, you have to respect yourself, you know. And you have to really carry yourself how you want people to treat you. If you treat someone a certain way, you should expect to have the same treatment, you know. So with that said, you know, being positive as I try to be most of the time, and you know, of course, there's always negative energy lurking all around, trying to pull you down in different aspects. But, you know, I've been able to stay positive and remain respectful of what I do so that others can respect what I do, you know? So that's really one of my biggest things, and honesty and diet, you know? Food is very important in our lives, and some people might say, Indio, you skinny, you know? You always been skinny. Yes, because I try to eat healthy food, you know? I don't try to overdo anything, you know? And I try to cleanse the body, you know, drink roots and bitters. These are the things we have in our jungle, natural. You know, you have people come from all over the world to come take stuff out of our jungles, you know, because our jungles are very, very luscious, is a good word to say, with a lot of good herbs. That's good. And just said, herbs for the use of man, you know, so we must use them. One of the king of those herbs is marijuana. But that's a different topic. Yeah. Before RAS INDIO even became RAS INDIO, I was always known as Brother David's son, you know? The one who played the keyboards, you know? The keyboard was my home. To the point of I could tell you where the history went. It went all the way back to between ages 3 and age 7, growing up in California during that time. My father was a part of a reggae band. Okay, and before that he was a part of a rock and roll band, just to show you how we grow as musicians, you know. So in the 70s, when I was born, my father was a part of a 3-piece reggae band called Scorpio's Journey in Los Angeles. That music was loud, a lot of rock guitar, you know, rock and roll, you know. They used to listen to Kiss. As a kid, as a child, I used to listen to Kiss. I used to like that group, all right? You would never expect that I would be doing reggae music in this time with some of the musics that I've went through along my journey. My father was a part of a group named Unity in the 80s, and they produced reggae music, one of the first reggae bands ever to play reggae music and be based in Los Angeles. During that time, it was only Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and a few others, Burning Spear, who were coming out of Jamaica, bringing this reggae music. So, you know, me growing up in that atmosphere, I used to fall asleep every night under the keyboard stand, you know, not knowing that when I became 15 years old, I would be the official keyboard player in my dad's band at some point, you know, and that's where I'm at. That's where I was. That's where I was in the 90s, playing the keyboards with my father and traveling. We went to Belgium, we went to Europe and some parts of the US. And that's when I really started getting involved in music and saying, you know, this is something for me. This is definitely something I plan to try to harness and make something of. You know, I could have been anything at that point, anything. I used to like basketball a lot too. So I thought at one time I would be a basketball player. Similar to my son Jahir, you know. Now that's all he does. He make anything a rim, you know. He make a rim out of a hamper. He make a rim out of anything because we just trying to score, shoot all the time, you know. So now, me as a musician growing keyboard-wise, I started learning to build music myself, create music myself. Because the keyboards, you can play the bass, you can play the guitar. It has all the sounds, you know. You can even play drums on a keyboard. So I began building music, real young age, and that's how I really got involved. Because after building the music, then I said I have to sing on this music, you know. Let's not forget that I did perform a few times at a young age at variety shows in Belmopan. You know, I have to big up June Hushna, my auntie. You know, she always had functions and had Miss Belize pageant and Miss Belmopan pageant, and she would have me come up and she would call it rappinade, because you know you usually serenade the girls, you know, but I didn't sing, or I used to rap, so she headlined it as RAS INDIO will rappinade to the girls, you know. So I used to write little nice things about every contestant, and that's how I really got the courage and started building myself as a stage performer.
seas all around me, but like the rose springing from the concrete, yeah, with songs of melody, Jah prophet overcome, yeah. Jah bless us always through the struggle and the strain. Jah bless us always. Let me hear say always. Again, Jah bless us always.
Yeah, my first recordings ever actually came about with a group in Los Angeles, because after being here in Belize for a few years, we went back to Los Angeles where we lived for 4 years, and I hooked up with my cousin Quinn and a close brethren of mine, you know, and we were a group called the Wood Dwellers. Many people might remember the group Wood Dwellers because we did perform in Belize once in 1998. I believe it was a Belize pageant at the Civic Center. But that was the first time I started dabbling in recording of my voice, you know? And I used to coordinate the music with Moses because he played keyboards also. So me and him together produced the music, and we would record all together in the studio. And I was known as the Belizean dance hall, you know, aspect of the group, you know, while my cousin did hip-hop rapping and Moses did the singing. So those were the first songs. The first song we ever recorded was called Strange Fruit, all right? And that is basically based on a term that was given to people at one time that they used to hang, you know, in America, you know, they used to say it was a strange fruit hanging, and that had to do a lot with the slavery in those days in America, you know, coming out of slavery, I would call it. So we had a song dedicated to that called Strange Fruit. I can't remember the lyrics, to be honest. I was trying to remember the lyrics to bust it, but I can't remember those lyrics. Things with me, I have over 100 or more songs. Like, I really do have songs that I cannot even put my hand on. So when I perform a lot, or when I'm doing certain things, it's what comes out of me out of the moment, because it's hard to follow some of the, of course you rehearse, you know, but sometimes I may lose and forget the songs, and I need the people who heard it from them time to remember it for me. Well, yes, you know, even though I have over 100 songs or so in the catalog of RAS INDIO's music, you know, songs like Wild Wild West, which are they always mean something to me, you know, because it was at a time when the violence was high, and to me that song really did make an impact in making a difference, because they played the song on the radio. And again, I tell you, music determines one's mood, you know. So if you play that song every morning, and people will start to heed the message in a sort of way. It's kind of weird how music is so powerful. Songs like Dem a Fraud, you know, the #1 hit in Belize for over 6 weeks on Top 10 TV, you know, and stuff like that. It's just a song for the people, so I believe they really stood behind me when I spoke out, because again, I'm not personal or selfish. I always try to sing about things that I believe will more defend a group of people who all want to say something. It's just natural, it's my calling, I believe. But out of all those songs and some of the love songs and all the songs that I get to, I still end up at Fire Blaze, you know, which a lot of people do love around the world. I remember performing that song recently, and the minute it came on, the crowd just ignited, and I could see people who, like, this is my song, you know, like she look at her friend and say, this is the song I was waiting for, you know. So it make you feel good to see that, you know, the words of your song can do such a thing, and again, for it to be so real in my life. Fire Blaze was real personal for me, because it's basically dealing with a situation I've dealt with all my life while being in Belize. In America, you know, I actually have a license, you know, because they are able to produce you with medical license and different reasons for doing what you do, you know. And so in Belize, I've never had this privilege, and it amazes me that a place like America can give me the luxury to do what I want to do freely, and also open the doors for them to make billions of dollars in states like Colorado and Los Angeles, California, and all these places that are now starting to look at the benefits of having marijuana as a part of their system, you know, whether it be for money in the government, because you know, it's very high, making money, or whether it be for medical reasons. And we in Belize, they send the troops from there, you know, and have our GSU people down here in Belize eradicating and destroying our fields when they're growing it. And to me, it seems kind of two-faced for them to be able to grow and give me the luxury, you know, to produce and smoke. But in my country, Belize, I get harassed for a little piece of herb and taken to jail. And right now, as I speak, we have many people in jail because of this little plant that is provided by Jah and is one of the herbs of the earth, you know? So it's just amazing to me. Places in India, places in Amsterdam, all these places make a lot of money from hemp, whether it be in paper, clothes, rope, whatever they're making out of this hemp, because hemp can make many, many things, you know, like the shoes I wear, you know, or the wrap around my head. So it's just amazing, and it's something that I want us to pay attention to. And the song Fire Blaze basically talks about that. You know, I was walking, simply minding my own business, headed up to the mountain top with a big split. When I was confronted with a sound, Babylon, they want to roll my down. Ha! So they searched and found my big split. So they take the Rasta down for a quick live. To the station, figure to charge on a quick print. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey! Fire blaze, fire blaze, fire blaze. Pull up that. Say fire blaze. No, I hear everybody say fire blaze. Me know say next year this whole place full up. Run it again, give me the bass. Give me the bass. A real thing in a Belize, you know. They have to legalize the marijuana. Yet in California they say they don't want to legalize because then they will use it as a monopoly. And they won't have good marijuana, right? We want a high grade. I was walking, simply minding my own business, headed up to the mountain top with a big spliff, when I was confronted with a sound. Babylon, they want to rub my down. Ha! They searched and found my big spliff. They take the Rasta down for a quick live. To the station, figure to charge on a quick print. Yes, whoa, 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 whoa. Fire blaze, fire blaze, fire blaze. Chalice ablaze, and we on it. Wanna hear you, Emily? Ha! Fire blaze. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fire blaze, fire blaze, fire blaze. Chalice ablaze, and we on it always. Fire blaze, fire blaze. Mix. King Selassie, enough of them no hate him. Rastafari, enough of them no praise him. Tell King Selassie, enough of them no hate him. Enough of them a follow the pagan wisdom. When them a go to know when just start to beat them. Lightning, thunder, brimstone and a quake. Can't take the fire, catch a fire, flame burn. Rastaman. We burn them again and again. Fire blaze, fire blaze, fire blaze. Big up like this up with you at the place. Fire blaze, fire blaze. Rastafari. Fire blaze, fire blaze, fire blaze. Rastaman never done it always. I want to hear the whole of Long Beach right now. Because we are born out Babylon, right? Hey, again, fire. Chalice ablaze, and we burn it always. Gavasta, man, we burn them pagan way, yeah. Should I come down there and let you say it louder now? Give the mix again. Hey, hey, fire blaze, fire blaze. Pull up that. Live and direct. Be up Quinto Soul. Live, you know, the vibes are always blessed. Traveling around the world. Yes, it is it looks very nice, you know. It's not the easiest thing in the world, though. I can definitely tell you that it gets tiring and takes a lot out of you. to travel around the way I do, you know. Of course, I'm getting more people on the indigenous team, you know, indigenous is the production. So it's just about spreading. When you're in one place with your music, you get stagnant, you know. And of course you can keep producing music, but there's only a certain amount of people you will reach. So whenever you go to a new place, that opens your door, you know, to meeting new people and spreading more vibes and seeing new faces. And that's how the music thing grows to me, you know, and it's been very good for me. With all the travels, you know, it's been amazing. I really enjoyed Canada at a part of my life, you know, 2004, 2005. Canada, I thought I would never go to America again after going to Canada, because they have all the same things America have, but it's just a whole different spirit of people there in Canada. And I found myself in some real rural areas, like on some mountainside, out in the Kootenays, you call it. And I really loved it. I thought I would be out there right now. But after going and switching and going on to the east side of the world, you know, I went to Amsterdam, I went to Morocco, Barcelona, Madrid, Spain. Nowhere like Ethiopia, which to me resembles the most as home. And all I can do is turn it around, because really it's Belize. To me resembles a lot like Ethiopia. Everything in Ethiopia is bigger. The mangoes are bigger, the trees are bigger, the bananas are bigger, you know? The lakes are bigger, the mountains. But it's so similar to Belize, the landscape and everything, the earth, you know, and the people. Everything is the same. So I really appreciated it being home, if you want to call it that, because everywhere I went, they would say, the first thing they would do is talk to me in Ethiopian, because I resemble an Ethiopian. A lot of us here in Belize do, we might not know it, but if you go to Ethiopia, they're going to talk to you as you're one of them, until you open your mouth. And when you do, then they say, oh, where are you from? So you say, because they all talk English, you know, it's not a problem to get around. And when they find out I'm from Belize, most of them don't know where Belize is, you know, but they would all look at me and say, welcome home, you know. So that was the blessing being there. It really felt good. And to be in a place that you have sang about all your life, you know, and to see Shashamane High School and Shashamane Bank and Shashamane everything, it was like really heartwarming for me. And I'll never forget that trip. We have a lot of footage. We have a pre-documentary on YouTube you can see, and I'm sure you have the footage you will show the people here on Belizean to the Bone, but the full documentary is coming soon. You know, we're working on it day to day, and it's a long process because it's so much photos and so much video to share. Positive stuff, you know? Music is life, life is music, you know? Whoa, yeah, man, they use them at the future generation, you know? No matter where we are, from Belize to Ethiopia, we love them. Come my people, come my people. When Rastafari goes, I and I've got to be there. Come my people. Right here in Shashamane with the beautiful youths of Yawenta School. Positive vibes right here in Shashamane, you know? Big up Sister Bev and the whole family for doing what they do. RAS INDIO with the youth of Ethiopia. Shashamane. Yeah. RAS INDIO! I and I have to praise the Most High. Yes, in this time, I'm a Gideon time. I and I have to tread at Zion. Are you with me? Cause when Rastafari goes, I've got to be there. Come people. Oh yeah, your blessings are amazing. Oh yeah, so let's give thanks and praise to the Most High forevermore. Thanks and praise, your blessings forever pure. Thanks and praise, Rastaman we touch the Ethiopian shore. Thanks and praise, to walk the same ground where the king walked before. Yeah man, well, we just did it, you know. We visited the actual place where Selassie was coronated. Okay, this is it, the Menelik Church here in Addis Ababa. all I can say is give thanks.
On a mission out to Shashamani. All across the road up your goat and donkey. Wonder if me drive angry, make him drive so crazy. But the chat with him might
RAS
make him
INDIO all
go
the way
on
from
so
Belize, standing on top of the world.
Bless up the whole Rastafari community. And Jada and Shudo getting share of it. Living up my dream, living like a king. While some would call it fantasy. As me see, Master heard about 50 camel, yeah. On my way to Site Church Gabriel, yeah. Sight up the people and know them and dwell, yeah. Everything so blessed, give thanks and praise.
Nice, right?
To the most time forevermore.
Yo, man, I tell us the best coffee. The best coffee me ever drinking in my life. Right here in Ethiopia. Alright? Straight off of the grill. Listen to the lady, this will make it straight off of the grill.
Last time I tried the Ethiopian shore. Thanks and praise. Walking at the same palace where the king walked before, yeah.
Yes, I respect Rastafari. Love all the youths, you know? Red, gold, and green.
Yes. Not good.
Yeah, we're here in a Shashamani. You see the youths that love red, gold, and green. As them see it, them stop. Yeah?
Yes.
All right, everybody, yo. God bless us always. 2014. Back again with more fire blazing stuff, you know. To be honest, people would not realize that my last album was released in 2010. All right. 2009 is when we finished the recording, and it was 2010 when we really started promoting it and getting it across. And that was the album God Bless Us. So it's been 4 years since I've released anything on the market. So that's to show my powers of the music also, is that I can sit on one album for 4 years and just keep spreading it, you know. And a lot of the songs on the album still doesn't have video. You know, the album featured Luciano, Chesedek, Turbulence, some of the great names in reggae. So that's why the album was accepted as such. The new 2014 album will be called Thanks and Praises. You know, because after God blessed us, we give thanks and praise. You know, and this CD will be another great CD featuring Pressure and Ginger, some of the younger, newer names in the reggae, in the music industry. And we also featuring a few of the Belizean artists, which I didn't do on the first album, you know. So coming back home and recording in Dangriga and in Belmopan to come out with this new album, which will soon be released, called Thanks and Praises.
Rastafari bless we all the while. Born to survive.
Zion children.
Yes, Ginger.
Mount Zion children. Heart and soul, yo.
Boom.
Strong everywhere. Rastaman strong everywhere. Jah is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Strong everywhere. Rastaman strong everywhere.
Yeah, man.
From the rivers to the mountains to the valleys, yeah. You know I live for natural life. Me nah go cause no pain and strife. Babylon, me nah go run and hide. Me a Rasta, me no cowboy, no gun for my side.
That's right.
Rasta deal with truths and rights. And don't tell me, say that you don't like. Why the prophet always get fight? Babylon see the dark and never see the light. Even when I'm down in the belly of the beast,
Down in Babylon.
still a chant for world peace.
Chant there.
Yo,
Yes, Rasta.
Rastafari never cease. Rastafari never cease. Whoa, bodies, keep the fire burning. The best life you're earning. The people don't like to see when it's striving. The table will be turning unless you will be learning. Love yourself and praise Jah. Keep the fire burning. The best life. Bodies, bodies, bodies.
Yes, Belize, you don't know RAS INDIO and Ginger. Live in Amsterdam, Rotterdam, you know.
How can I? Rastaman strong everywhere. Strong everywhere. Jah is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Strong everywhere. Rastaman strong.
Rastafari children taking over. You rebel warrior, your man a soldier. Buffalo soldier like Bob Marley told ya. We not promote no wickedness around ya. Pure righteousness we surround ya. Bless up the little children as them getting older. This fire never out ya. Rastaman we strong without a doubt ya.